Chase Lehocky, Blue Futon out of the theaters. We have Terrifier 2. Art the Clown is back. Should you be terrified? Let's find out. Terrifier 2, which is about very simple premise. Art the Clown is back. We are taken right after the first movie. Who's dying and in what ways? That's all you need to find out. So, did I like Terrifier 2? This is the definition of Grindhouse 70s, 80s film coming together in 2022. Is there problems? Yes. Just like the 70s and 80s Grindhouse films. The story. Sometimes you're like, what does the story have to do with anything? But with that, let's get the positives of Art the Clown. So, acting. Art the Clown does a fantastic job. He's creepy. He's bonkers. He is there to be a brutal is bloody and brutal together. Just made up a word. Bloody and brutal disaster film. I mean, he doesn't give a shit what he does with these victims. Slices, dices, tears, rips, salt, bleach, guns. Does not matter. Doesn't matter who you are, who your relationships with, your age. You are going to be fucked up. I'm just going to go crazy with the review. Prosthetics. Gore works. Grindhouse, realistic, very, very minimal CGI. I think I saw one CGI gore thing, and it kind of could tell, but everything else was absolutely on-screen prosthetics, gore to the freaking max. And all I'm going to say is get prepared for a bedroom scene with an eyeball. That's all I'm going to say. A bedroom scene with an eyeball. When I say this goes 3,000 love, like in Iron Man, or was it Avengers? Like, I love you times 3,000. This is times 3,000 gore. This is the times 3,000 bonkersness of like almost laughable. It laughed. The theater was, I was laughing. There's a kid and the mom running away from the theaters. I'm not joking. In row C, I was in row F. I think I was in F4. I would say C13, 14. They were booking for the doors in that scene because absolutely ridiculous gore. And I think most of the acting is pretty good, especially the main character with the wings. I don't remember her name, but Selena, maybe that was her name. I don't remember, but she was pretty good. But with that, we will go into the negatives. The story. Don't know what it meant. Don't know what they're trying to do. I understand what they're trying to do with the okay, there's multiple things. There's something to do with the sword. There's something to do with the notebook. And something to do with Chris Jericho at the end. Sword, I'm not going to spoil the film, but it's just there to be there, and you don't really know what it is doing and how it's there and what it connects to the dad who committed suicide. But then how does he have visions of a book? And so it's just a weird circle where you're just like, none of this makes sense. Absolutely none of it. I'm guessing they're going to think there's going to be a Terrifier 3. Hopefully they will explain it in the third one, because right now I have no clue how it connects with Art the Clown. And the last Chris Jericho thing, mid-credits, so there is that mid-credit scene. What the fuck just happened with the girl from the first one with the mutilated face? What did she give birth to and how? What demonic shit are we into now? I need to know what is going on. So actually, I need a Terrifier 3 in at least 2 years. Give it in 2024, and I will watch it in the theaters. Iconic films again. Iconic films at this one and the Super Spreader movie. So whoever this production company is, good on you. Keep bringing out these lower named films. Like I said, this is Grindhouse. It looks Grindhouse. It looks cheap. And let's continue on with one of the other negatives is the length as well as some of the other acting. We will focus on people's faces of like, and you're just like, okay, that's either overacting or you're doing too much of that face. Cut it down a little bit. And also being a 2-hour and 18-minute film, I think Chris Stuckman said this was the longest slasher movie ever. And it does kind of feel that way. So some scenes did need to be cut down to get a crispier runtime. But my goodness, Terrifier 2 is an improvement over the first one. For the gore, absolutely. I think the story does try to flesh out this more supernatural world, so I enjoy it what it was going for, but it still made no damn sense. But like I said, there's a bunch of Arrow releases, a bunch of Shout Factory 80 films that are just like this, and if you like those type of movies, this movie is for you. So Terrifier 2 will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futon, so it goes at 80%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. Critics, a 90% with 20 of them. Audience score, 95% with over 100. That reminds me, there's a brutal dream sequence. Fucking brutal. No critic consensus. I'm curious what the negative is. Oh, okay, there's 2 negatives. It says one is exhausting, it wore someone out, and tedious, uninspired. I'm surprised that dream sequence. Anyway, 90, 95, 80. Chase out with the blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think is Futontopia. You blue 26. Watch it. That was disgusting. We're keeping it in there to prove I'm a disgusting human being that watches grindhouse trash. But, oh, I like it.